Hello, welcome to the Medical Office software tutorials. In today's section, I'm going to take you through the NHIS claim processor. Currently, we are on the home page, so let's click on the revenue. That is where we will find the claim processing icon. Okay, so this is the revenue NHIS claim processing. This is it. So we go there by clicking on the icon. This is the dashboard for the claim processing. So on the dashboard, you would find two separate tables, one on the left and one on the right. So normally you would have the pending claims. So right after a client is registered as insured, the record moves to the pending side of the dashboard. And once it is vetted or processed and completed, it moves to the processed side, okay, which is the table on the left. So by default, you would have the current month loaded when you open, okay, but we have all the months and all the past years here that you can pick from. So for the list of pending records to appear, you have to load the month. So I will go back and load the month of October. Okay, so this is the month of October loaded. You can see a list of records under the pending and also the processed claims under the processed table. So when you check at the bottom records you have 118 claims processed. And then on the right, you have a number of them. Let's check. We have 856 pending claims to be worked on. Okay. In the middle, there are some buttons and faults. The first one is the code input. Okay. Right. So when you drop the code input, you will see diagnosis and procedure. When you click on it, it's a link to a list of NHIS diagnosis with their GDRG and the ICD-10. So on the claim, sometimes you would have to choose a diagnosis, and this is where you can pick a diagnosis from. And then also we have the procedure. So when you open the procedure tool, you would find a list of procedures also with their GDRG. Okay. And then you have the year of claim and then the month of claim. Okay, so the year and the month of claims are filters. At every point in time, you would be working on a particular month claim. So it is that month that you have to pick from. And even after you have finished or you are done and submitted that month, you can still go back and then load the claims for that month. Then this is the service. So you can work on the claims one by one, I mean on the individual claims. And you can also load everything together. So if you want to load all the claims for the month that you have selected, you have to use the service. Okay, you will go there, and then the IPD will give you a separate list of inpatient claims. Okay. Assigned numbers do not actually apply this time much because the system automatically assign an ID. So during the time when you print out claims, that is when you assign numbers, I mean serial numbers to the individual claims, and then you print them out. But if you are to process the claims and export into the claimant, you would not need to assign numbers. So let's skip that one. And then we have the search query. So before you export the claims into the claimant, you need to define the year and then the month claim that you want to export. So there's the search query. It doesn't matter the month of claim show, the month of claim. If you don't set the query to a specific month you want to export, you are not going to get the selected month exported. So when you click on the set claim, it opens a table like this one. Now, the only thing you will do here is to change the month and then the year accordingly. So you will leave the 2023 and then just change the May to, let's say, October, because that is the month probably you want to process. Okay, so October, and then you close it from the top here. So anytime you make any changes to the values, then you are closing, it will ask whether you want to save, and then you reply yes. Okay, and then we have the export claim. So after you have set the query, in fact, you set the query just once. So once you've defined the month you are dealing with, you can just go ahead and export severally, and it will always give you claims for the month that you have set the query to. So we have the export claim button and then the label. So this is the button that exports the month of claim that you are dealing with. Okay, if you click on it, it exports. You can change the name. By default, it combines the month and the year as the name of the exported file. Because after you export the file, you have to import into the claimant, and this is the name that will be assigned to the file that you would export and then import into the claimant. View claims to is a PDF interface that shows the list of claims that you have processed. So there's a sample of a claim. You can move from one claim to the other, and then it gives you a form view of the processed claims. And then we have the claim summary, which is a summary of all the claims that you have processed, also in a PDF format. Okay. Okay, so now this is the dashboard. Let's see the vetting or processing interface, how it works, how we can process a claim and then save. We need to explore that interface too. So like I mentioned earlier, you can open the claims one after the other, or you can open everything together, where you can just make a search of an individual claim and then work on. So let's start with the individual. If you want to open this particular claim, all you have to do is to double click, and then it opens the interface. So on this interface, you'd have a view of drugs, diagnosis, lab investigation, procedures, and a whole lot. So let's explore the interface. Now, when you open an individual claim like this, the navigation buttons will not work. You see, you can't go to the specified record. If I go back to, it is the same thing. I can't go to the specified record. If I use the search tool, it still gives me the same claim that I've opened. This is because I just opened an individual claim. So I want to work on just this claim. So if you open, double click to open the claim, you can navigate to any other claim. Now, on the other hand, if you use the service opens all the claims, both the processed and the ones that you are yet to process. So claims on the right table and then the left table would all be here. So you have to use the navigation button to move from one claim to the other, or you have to search using the folder number for that patient, and then it comes. Okay. All right. So you can also open an individual process claim, just as you can open for the pending claim. You can also open for a claim that is processed. So if you check that down here, you see that this claim is completed. Okay, so I think we have to explore the vetting or processing interface. So let me open it once again. On the top left corner, you have the details of the patient you are dealing with, or the claims you are dealing with. So you can see the client information. You have the name, the NHIS ID, the date of birth, and the rest. At the top of it, you have the CCC code. Okay, so this code is editable from this interface. So in case the CCC was omitted, you can generate and input it here. And then we have the end date or the expiry date. So if you are checking the validity of the card, you would have the end date on it, where you can input the end date or the expiry date of the card. And then we also have the outcome. So this particular claim is for an admitted person, a patient. So you can see admitted. If you move to the next record, this is also admitted. And then this one is an outpatient. So you can see the outcome as OPD. So like I said, when you use the service, when you open the service but the interface through the service button, it loads everything, whether inpatient, outpatient, whether the claim is processed or not processed. That is why on this interface, the navigation buttons and then the search field will be working. Okay. Now then, the next table is the claim history. Okay. So the claim history would have all the claims that have been generated from this client that you are dealing with. So you can see the dates, so all the date of visits. Okay, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll find the current claim that you are working on. There are times when a patient or a client can come to the facility for more than once within a month. Okay, so there is a way that this table will color code the date so that you will know whether you are dealing with the current um, um, the selected claim that you are dealing with is the date for the selected claim that you are dealing with. Okay. And then other dates within the same month that you are working with. So this patient or this client has just one visit within the month of October that we are working with. So you can see only one of the dates is colored, and that's the current claim that we are working on. Let's move to another claim and then let's see if you find a, a patient who has more than a visit. Okay, so we have one admitted patient or IPD claim. Then you can see both dates are colored. One is green and one is yellow. The green one has the date 1st of October 2023, and it means that is the current claim that we are working on. Okay, but there is another visit within the same month, which is 11th of October, and that one is yellow because that's not the current claim that we have loaded. That is why it is yellow. But however, if you want to navigate to that claim, all you need to do is to double click on the date and then it moves to that claim. So you see that the content of the 11th October visits is different from that of the 1st October. And you can see now the 1st October turns yellow and then the 11th October turns green, meaning that is the current claim that we are working on. So if you double click on the first again, it loads the content for the first. Sometimes you see a mixture of white, yellow, and green. The white is the visit. Okay, so there is an example. We have the white background are the visit from other months. So you can see the first one is 9th September, 1st February, 26th August, and then we have the two colored ones, which are all within the month that we are working on. Okay, so we have the referral. So in case you receive a patient from a different facility where they have the CCC checked and then the claim initiated, you have to pick those information and fill them here. We have the procedures too. So you can input a procedure if it's not showing. Like I said, you have a list of procedures that have been loaded. That's the list we checked earlier on the dashboard. So there's a list of procedures that you can pick from. And then we have the diagnosis section. So already we have two diagnoses copied from the consulting room or wherever. We can add some of the diagnoses in case we need to. We also have the lab investigation. So when you click on the lab investigation tab, which is just beside the diagnosis, you can see the list of labs too that um, this client took. Okay, so back to the diagnosis. Now, we also have the list of drugs here, or the prescription here. So we have the list of drugs here, their dosages, their quantity, and everything. Okay. And then we also have the navigation buttons here. So the navigation buttons are all over the page. You have them here, you have it at the top, and then we also have it here. So wherever you are working on, you can find the navigation button, and then you move to the next. This is the search area where we have all the list of IDs for the current month that you are dealing with, where you can search from. When you come here, this section is normally automatically filled. Okay, you don't need to necessarily input anything. The moment you load the default OPD, it will just fill it for you. We'll come and demonstrate it probably in the next video. With this one, we are just exploring the interface. In our next video, we will look at how to process a claim, which is very, very simple. At the bottom here, you can see the vitals information too here. Okay, you can view the PDF claim. So there's the current claim that you are working on, you can just view it in the PDF format. And then you can assign special ID to the claim, which is normally done automatically when you complete the claim. So you can see that this claim has been completed and you have an ID assigned. You have the clinician here, and then you have the bills. Okay, so with the claim it usually already has the bills already. So you don't have to bother yourself with the NHIS charges. But if you have the correct NHIS charges in your system, then the moment you save, it will just process the charges here, and then you see the amount that is supposed to be on the claim. Okay. All right. So I think that we have explored the two interface, that is the dashboard and then the claim processing interface. Our next video, we are going to see how we can process a claim and complete it so that it moves from the pending side to the process side. Thank you very much. Bye.